You may know him as a founding member and guitarist for a certain New Jersey rock band, the E Street Band. You may also know that he's a singer, songwriter, and producer for his own group, the Disciples of Soul, as well as for many others. You may also know him as an actor because he often plays a gangster. But what you may not know is that Steven Van Zandt is an activist, and he has devoted much of his time in recent years appreciating, in a very public way, the hard and important work of teachers and promoting our profession. Steven Van Zandt passionately spreads the gospel of teachers and music and arts education. At his concerts, before the pandemic, he invited teachers to his concerts for free. He refers to the amazing work that teachers do on his Sirius XM radio show. He's walked picket lines with teachers like he did with the UTLA folks in the strike that they had a couple of years ago. Steven Van Zandt walks the walk of our profession and lifts us all up. And then, of course, there is his incredible music and arts curriculum platform, which is called TeachRock. There's a wide variety of lessons which are aligned to standards and use the history of popular music and culture to help engage our students. And by the way, our own Share My Lesson carries the TeachRock curriculum. I highly recommend it, and you can get it for free. During the pandemic, parents had a front seat into the amazing work of teachers. How you showed up, turned on a dime, worked hard, maybe harder than you've ever worked, in very, very uncertain and scary times to support your students. Steven knew that long before the pandemic, that was true. And he speaks truth to power about who you are, who our members are, who teachers are, whenever and wherever he can. And he wants to visit one of your classrooms this fall. This year, Steven launched Little Steven's Virtual Classroom Tour, in which he selects classrooms where he then talks about music and the arts. This spring, Steven visited 15 classrooms, speaking with K-12 students nationwide for hours upon hours. If you want a chance for Steven to visit your classroom, he asks that you submit a 60-second video on Flipgrid saying who you are, what you teach, and why you'd like Steven to visit your classroom. So, for his passion and for his phenomenal efforts on behalf of teaching, teachers, and the teaching profession, it's my honor and pleasure to present Steven Van Zandt with the AFT's Making a Difference Award. Thank you, Steven.
Hello, AFT teachers. This is an amazing award coming from my favorite people, you. You, my friends, are the ones that make a difference every single day. I cannot thank you and the American Federation of Teachers enough for honoring me with this award. To Randy Weingarten and Fed Ingram and Evelyn DeJesus, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and for the opportunity to speak with so many teachers at one time. You know, I believe that teaching music, arts, and culture is as important as math and science. I believe that the A in STEAM education is essential. The arts reflect the times. The arts give each student a personal entryway to learning. And the arts are how we teach in the present tense and engage a generation who has the answer to everything in their pocket and real life skills learning. Remember when we were kids and wanted to use calculators on our math tests, and the teachers would say, "You won't have a calculator in your pocket later on." Well, they were wrong. These kids do have a calculator, a compass, a GPS system, and everything else Radio Shack used to sell us in the palms of their hands at all times. We can't tell them, learn this now and someday you will use it. We need to teach them right now and reach them and engage them, the types of critical thinking that will serve them forever. Let's keep in mind that kids come to us with certain gifts already intact. They come with imagination, with emotions, with instincts, with curiosity, Instead of suppressing or trying to replace those gifts, we need to honor and encourage them. That's what the arts do. There are no wrong answers in the arts. Every kid is not naturally comfortable with the precision required for the basic STEM disciplines. The arts provide a comfort zone, and that comfort zone will extend to the other disciplines. I believe we need to go first where the students are most safe, that common ground where they're not threatened. Once we're on that common ground, then teachers can do their thing. Teachers can teach. I launched TeachRock because I believe music will empower teachers to engage the students. We all know that students who are engaged, even if it's just one class or one teacher, are more likely to keep coming back. The TeachRock curriculum is there to help teachers create the class that keeps those kids coming back. We have a curriculum for every grade, pre-K through AP history. We have interdisciplinary materials that say match music with history or math, lessons for every genre of music you can imagine, suggested activities for project-based learning, and so much more. Visit us at teachrock.org or on your Share My Lesson platform. It's free either way. But TeachRock is nothing without you. Teachers are essential workers. Teachers are the front line in the war against ignorance. And honestly, we have never needed you more. You make a difference, and we thank you for it. And as Randy said, I've had a blast visiting one K-12 classroom each week in 2021. I saw how skilled teachers are using TeachRock to keep kids focused and engaged in such a crazy time. I also got to help out where I could, answering questions from the students. It's a lot of fun. I can't overstate my appreciation for all that you teachers do and for this award. My TeachRock staff and I can only make a difference because you work with students every single day. I salute you. You are helping create the next generation of engineers, scientists, doctors, nurses, artists, activists, writers, and even musicians. Thank you again.